Hello, everybody. This is our monthly free lecture. We have weekly lectures through Patreon, and then we have once a month free stuff. A lot of you know, years ago, we had, so to speak, free lectures, but they were funded, publicly funded. People would contribute, and it went on 7 years. That was really fun. Part of the lecture, like before and or after, I would do trivia contests and we would just have fun. Now it's just a grind. No. Share that. Our actual goal doesn't start for 10 minutes. Sometimes we get on early and chat or look at stuff. And since I'm in a chatty mood, 3-3. It's a funny move. On the one hand, we now have points. We now have life. In one move. While this move, yeah, we've got a base, and that's likely going to turn into some points. But 3-3 is quite special. Very strong, lots of positive characteristics. The downside. Let's look at the downside. This black move, very famous, Sonner and Say. A is in relationship with B. Due to the 5-line rule, make it all obvious here. So let's make it 6 lines. The point is that with 6 lines, it's like healthy group, healthy group. So it's like, that's not what you call in a relationship. Well, if it's here, like, well, yeah, well, I can play there, but it's not regular, healthy, comfortable. It's tight, uncomfortable. And of course, there's the whole attacking possibilities, which is black's responsibility to attack this because he's inside my area. You got to attack. And you can just get, oh, that's actually one further over. I mean, that's one tight little group, right? How come? Because that was, the stones were in relationship. Okay, so that defines the whole in relationship thing. And this is why this Sonner and Say was so famous for long, long time. But the 3-3, there's no place to go where you're in relationship unless it's another corner move. So this is the secret to playing the 3-3s. Don't start building anything. I mean, you can't relate to anything, so just do it without relating to the stone. Or when it's time, go ahead and, okay, I'm going to build the top or I'm going to build the right. Sure, you can come out, but notice the 2 stones are in relationship with each other, not with the rest of the board. Okay, so that's 3-3. Interesting move. We still have 5 minutes. Anything else? We used to play this a lot more before AI. We always knew it wasn't optimum. And I've never seen a pro play it, but I've certainly seen six dons play it. And it's a little curious, how do you respond? And it's just whatever white does, black has a lot of control there. I mean, surrounded, there's just, black has a lot of control. And a lot of times the next move might be here. Now that's not quite the corner yet, but once you got three of them in, that's pretty big, strong area. So we used to do that a lot. One thing I play when my students have the foundations down, they know how to play a basic game, then I switch to this sort of thing. It's like, what's this mean? How do you play against strange moves? Hello, whoever walked in. And I might play an opening like this, and they have no idea what to do because they've just never seen it before. I'm like, well, what's the stone saying? What's it trying to accomplish? And we break it down, and which in my with my students know we call that playing creative style. And it's, if you don't know what you're doing, it just white collapses because you don't know what to do. Okay, 4 minutes. Anything else slightly interesting? Had I don't know if I should use his name or not. Sure, Jo Hyung. He might be pro now, I'm not sure. But before AI, years ago, he was very, very strong. 7 done. He can play pros, no problem. But before he got good, I faced him in a tournament. I was 5 down at the time, so we're going back 45 years. And he's just a young kid, and he comes in the tournament, and I gave him 2 stones and beat him. And next thing I know, he's 7 down. No, I'm not going to give him 2 stones anymore. Okay. We'll get started in about a minute. I once saw a 4 don play an opening like this as white. And he came all the way across. There was a white stone somewhere in here. And he just built the big wall. And it was really fun, but any sort of wall like this and then black's move, I mean, it's just pretty easy to negate it. Okay, let's get started in our actual go time. There's no one physically present, so I guess I'm talking to y'all that will see it later. What I did was pulled up a game from the active games list, KGS, and we'll look at what the 1 don and the 1Q are playing and try to get a sense of why it's not great and what can be better. And for me, the goal is always the same: try to name the fundamental principle and how to follow it. Okay. Here's the game. Right off, bit of an unusual move. I don't want points. I don't even want stability. I want influence. Okay, there's no reason to get influence on this board, right? If we already had something like this in, okay, I'm focusing on the right. Okay, that would make sense. But before anything's down, before AI, perfectly fine. AI now can say, no, it's a mistake. You are now X number of points down. But still, it's fine for humans. Boom. Little thing to notice. The bottom is wider than the right. The bottom is bigger. More can be done on the bottom. Less can be done on the right. That's more theoretical, right? Well, I mean, it's practical. The bottom is actually bigger. But so this is in question. It seems clear. Let me make sure that's not my wife trying to contact me. Okay. Right. So bottom left corner is bigger, but we're good. I kind of like this move because Black's talking a lot about, how do you say it, the left, bottom left, top left. So either playing a move like this, getting over to the left, or a move like this, getting over to the, right. Remove all that and plug in right. So in other words, letting Black have this, that's kind of what he wants. Anyway, I'm rambling. White, Black, strange move, right? What's that for? It's a contact move, forcing White to get the corner. Well, AI has made it clear that A is just lacking. And let's just look at why. I'm not sure how to do this quite right. Let's look at this versus this. Okay. We're looking at this black corner. We may as well do it all the way here. We're looking at that black corner versus that black corner. This black corner is bigger and stronger than this one. So if Black comes in the 3-3 here, he gets a better result than the normal way to play it. So AI says this is proof as to why this white move is lacking. Give me a break. White has the corner and virtual life. Black has 0 points and not life. It's a pretty big difference. Let's ask a silly question. At what level is this enough to say game over? Maybe 5 done, 6 done, sure, 7 done. Yeah, Black can't come back from this. Hane, only idea. Black's behind. what to do? What to do here? I don't think white's weak, so we could theoretically play away. But we know we don't like to play away from the action, and there's a lot of action here. So let's look at the possible answers. Looks like there's 3. That sound right? Now, we've been getting the lion's share of the corner and position. So we could say, that's enough for me. I'll just take the vast majority of points and life and let you play your Gote defense. And white can say, I don't want to search for more. I have plenty. Or white can say, you still have a weak position. You cannot fight me. I will keep doing my sente. Sente, sente, sente. And then what? Okay, then I'll come back and do whatever I want to do. Possible. Now white's going for this. White's getting an awful lot, which means black's getting something too. Black has achieved life, and now black's getting points. I'm not sure I want to give black all that. Finally, the move he played. I don't like it. Black's outside thickness snuffed out white's big territory. Yeah, I don't like it. So I think just finalizing and not giving black anything extra. Anyway, what turns here? So we're seeing a few things so far about the 1-Don 1Q. They're playing awkward opening moves that are lacking in practicality. And then this move of black's is really showing something. I mean, the attitude, I'm getting in there, I'm rolling up my sleeves, I'm making a demand. Okay, I guess I like the attitude. But the move itself is just immediately bad for black. And I find myself curious. This is 1Q 1-Don playing. Seems to me they should know this. And perhaps they do know it and they're just playing for fun. Anyway, let's go back to the game. White connects. Black connects. So black has 2 weaknesses, right? 2 cuts. And his move fixes both cuts. Okay. But let's look at the way I went. Tari, white can't, the Panuki's at 30 points in the center, right? You can't let that go. Well, this doesn't work. It's just a ladder, right? And it's not a net. It's a ladder. So there's no cuts and extraordinary center influence. Super thick. So a minute ago, the game was over and white won. Now, game's over. Black wins. This is too much. I agree with the double honey because black has clear weaknesses. And white plays correct. Let's look at a move. Let's look at I'm killing the stone. Well, black gets a free move. That's a nice move for free. So if we don't need to kill the stone outright, this is better. And now, will black play here? No. So there's actually two things we see. Atari, bad move. Why? Because when you come back, you have to ask yourself the question, would I now play F13? No, it's Gote. If it's for free, I get to play here and you pass. Sure. If it's for free, I'll take it every day. If it's not for free, I'm not going to spin Gote on that move. So, black should not Atari. And he doesn't. White should not capture. There's no need. White should play this way. Black can't get out, right? Okay, so we're back to the game. White's much better as white's left side's just magnificent. Black comes in. So let's walk it through. How's white? Well, in the bottom left, one black, one white. It's equal. No problems there. We can walk away. Black's B-stone can't get out. So we're alive with points. That's all good and fine. So everyone's fine. So we get to look at big areas. 1, 2, 3 big areas. Anytime you want to go play in the corner, just go ahead. It's, so to speak, always fine. Area 1, very big. But notice, black now has control to do whatever he wants. That doesn't feel too good. And area 3, white can play whatever he wants. Wow, really? And it's white's move? Bam, hello, I'll take the whole left in cente, please. So golden opportunity. Now, if you choose to back off, make it a little simpler on yourself, no problem. But this is a golden opportunity to attack for wonderful profit. This move, first, it's a contact play, forcing black to get stronger. That is not what we want. If you want to play this move, it should be here. Don't force black to get stronger. He comes out, you get to pinch. Okay. But, this sort of move, contact move. Well, that was easy for black. Okay, so white plays here. I would say that all the mistakes so far, this might be the worst. White's fine. There's no need to stabilize at all. But to stabilize in a corner that's not that big, forcing your opponent into health, that's negative value. It's not like I didn't get all the value I could. No, I forced my opponent to get points. This kind of thing. Boom, boom. Black gets good shape. In this position, neither group is particularly great. So white says, I'll just go ahead and stabilize. And that's reasonable. But let's look at this move again. So we're getting good points. Isn't it in cente? So I think it is. Then next, okay, is this A group about to pounce on our B group? No. So our B group is not so weak that we can't attack first. And actually, C does attack A. I'm sorry, C does defend B. it makes A so weak that black has no time. Let's just look at that briefly. White does whatever. Black says, you fool, I attack you. White doesn't have time for this. White's in trouble. But if it's white's move, white does have time. Black's the one who doesn't have time because we're chasing black. Okay, hopefully that made some sense. White plays here. Not great. Subtle. Okay. Is our A group settled? I don't know. Let's have a look. Hello, whoever came in. Feel free to say hi. So we're trying to find out if our group is settled. So black says, let's look at it two ways. First, this one. Oh, no, that helps us to settle. So no, that's not an attack. This would be the attack. And since this move basically is life, then black needs to be coming down. Okay. That's looking like an attack. Yeah, we're weak. We have no particular fast counterattack. So we're going to be defending. And this is one way to defend. And it's Sente. I don't like giving black moves on the left. That's so big for us. I think I'd rather, for instance, this. We're now alive. How about this one? Well, we're alive. Yeah. Something about this move bothers me. 3 people and no one said hi. Say hi so I know who you are. So this move is so obvious. Hey, Roman. It's like a move that everyone wants to play, but I don't like it. Maybe it's okay. Okay. Every time we've played this sort of move so far, it has always been to attack A, primary, and getting area 1 just as we're doing attacking, we just happen to get a bunch of points. That's the way to get points. Here, A's alive. So, white B points in Gote. That's the smallest points you can get. So if we ask, what area is bigger? Area 1 or Area 2? Area 2 is bigger. This is points in Gote. So really not necessary. Black can just walk away and should walk. Let's just go play a big move. This is awfully nice. So try to get in their heads. What are these players thinking? They're playing very ordinary moves, moves they've seen 1,000 times. Now it's going to be so much fun. White to play. Sente. Sente again. Oh, I'll do this. Then I'll come out here. It's like we know these moves, but none of them make its context. None of these moves make any sense in this context. Now let's look at, now that I've had my rant, check out this white move. It's totally cut. There's no ladder here. This is a weak move. Now, usually so I'm getting out. No, you're not getting out. Well, I don't need to get out. So I can just cut you, or I can go about my business. And they're struggling over something which makes no sense. defend, get out, defend, and out. Okay. This whole time, black has been trying to get his egg group healthy. That's the assumption of what he's doing, right? So he is out. He can't be surrounded. Done. I mean, he was alive anyway. And he's out. What's the purpose of getting out when you're already out? He's not attacking. Yeah. Then this white move. Pardon me. Do you think your wall is weak? How could you think that? Oh, I'm taking points. No. You don't take points with big old walls. You walk away and get points somewhere else. And let's look at that. Let's say this, let's make sure this is actually thick. I'm adding a move. Okay. Black says, you fool. Just walk away, whatever. You fool. Just walk away. That's what you do with thickness. Let him play all he wants over there. Waste of time. I'm thick. That's an example of how to use thickness. Just stay away from it. Both colors, walk away. And by the end of the game, if black isn't playing near your thickness, then you just, one move, it's an extra 10 points. Okay, so this is just not reasonable. If you want it, I'll take it away. I better keep it. I'm going to take it away. Yeah. Finally, a corner move. Reasonable. Okay. Black is really getting some area here. I took a quick look at this game before I only did this 5 minutes before I showed up here. And I don't remember where he played. So let's work out where it should be. So should white be thinking about defense? Well, let's double check. Are we uncomfortable? I don't think so. So no, we're not weak. So no need to defend. There's no attack anywhere. In regards to the opening, there's only one opening area left. Who owns area 1? Nobody. Who owns area 2? Black does. We're not saying it's his cache, but it's his area of control. So are we going to play the last opening area? Well, not that it's that big, but it is reverse sente. Black can play this and we're going to be responding. So it's reverse sente, that's big. Secondly, if he doesn't stop us, that's 0 eyes. How many eyes does black have? 1? Oh. So reverse sente, the last opening move, not small, doesn't look huge, but it's maybe even double sente, which would make it the biggest move on the board. If it's just reverse sente, it's still darn big. So I think probably here. I understand it looks small, but remember, sente. And if you do it, next move, black's not alive. Okay. White comes in. Okay. assuming we're going to enter either Area 1 or Area 2, which one? Aldrich, hi. Just lurking while I work. So which one? Do we enter the bigger one? Nope. Which one? The easier one. Remember the principle. The harder it is, the more profit he's getting. And I got to tell you, Area 2 is much easier than Area 1. So come on in Area 1. So if there's a way you guys could get that, if we're going to invade Area 2. Boom, boom, get out. Makes sense. Out. No, get out. Let's say something works, right? White, black, white. Uh-oh, something's working. Well, once it works, you just chase your whole group. So don't start trying to do anything until you're out and safe. Then you can go do something. And capture it. Black gets it. This is an interesting situation. Comes up a lot. Do we submit or do we capture the stone? In this case, submitting would be a travesty, right? Oh my God, I can't believe you're, sorry. It's just incredibly small like this. So of course we're going to play this. It's not like our group is in danger. Now, they're playing this by rote, meaning it's just, of course you play there next. I don't think so. I think here. If white submits, we did more. If white does not submit, wow, just ripping through white right and left. So this is a nice move to know. You know, I don't think I learned this move till I was 5 done. And I'm like, really? Back when I was 4 done, nobody knew how to play Go. I was in the San Francisco Bay Area. And just, there were very few strong players around. And for quite a bit, they didn't know how to play either. They just played better than anyone else. And that's when I started taking lessons. I was 4 done and had to completely just trash my game and build it up again. Okay, Atari, all makes sense. Then save the cut. Yeah. So the result, black picks up how many points? 2, 3, 4, 5? Maybe not 5. And white gets this wonderfully strong group that he didn't used to have. Black attacks. White looks pretty good to me. I'm going to ignore. I don't think that's Sente. So maybe this way, build the right. That would make more sense. Yeah, too small, right? How many points are there? How many points did white just make? Darn few. About coming out here. Same number of points, but we're reducing black also. Monkey jump, okay. Sorry. Oh, that's big. Ouch. Yeah. This A stone, see how it's bumping its head? We just stay away from moves like that. If you're going to play that move, play it here. That's the I'm surrounding you move. This is I want to be surrounded, right? I'm way behind, and I'm begging you to fix. Please, oh, please fix. So it's just a bad idea. If black wants, he can just walk away here. This is big enough. Come on in. I like it. Okay. Let's have a look. So I don't think I'd play this move. Sometimes you can, but notice how weak it is, right? It's just a lot of weakness here. So generally speaking, we play this one. Okay. Now you still get a very nice in game. And you get this one. Uh-oh. Getting some trouble. See the trouble that starts coming up? So the stronger move is usually the better one. We're seeing a lot of principles here. Now, if it looked like this, I think I'd come in. I don't see any negative, only positives. I'd want to look at it, but that might be an exception. Okay. White, black. So are we in endgame? The only reason I think we might not be in endgame is because maybe this A stone could die. It's far from home. That being the case, this would be the last middle game move, and then endgame would start. But regardless, let's look from here at what are the possibilities? Well, one, this move. That one move looks like white just built this much. Now, I'm stating this in extremely simplistic terms, but it sure looks big. And black can't resist. Black can't hane there. Black is, if black does anything, it's here. That's a lot of points versus this one. Is white going to hane? Really? That's dangerous. So white going to play here? It's just a lot bigger this way. So that's a big move. So A, endgame at B, looks like a big piece of endgame. The lonely C stone. Is that it? Yeah. I don't see the D area as on the list. Yeah, pretty small. And any black stone there is far from home. he plays here, that black stone could die easily. So I'm not seeing that as a big area. So black went this way, understandable. We looked at that. Then black should be playing this way. Turn is still good. One more time. Then we can start coming in and not be cut, right? Yeah, white gets this, sure. But then we're saving, white got something, black got something, yeah. White just defends here. That's pretty slow. White could really be doing lots of big things here. Okay, well, that's about it on this game. And for any late viewers, I just pulled a game out that was being played live on KGS, and we reviewed it. And again, this is 1 Don, 1 Q. I'm kind of hoping that there's some Q players out there that are thinking, really? I guess that's not so hard to be 1 Don. If you just do basic, don't do fancy stuff, just do basic stuff. Yeah. You've heard me say before that most 1 Dons, when they arrive at 1 Don, they say, what was I thinking? It's so simple. Exactly. Just play. So let's do that. Save it. I'm going to bring up a game. Let's play a game. Come on. I'm getting there. Hold your horses. Come on. There you go. I'm going to share it. Oh, Roman is wise. Mental clarity is hard. We generally say go is easy, self-discipline is hard, but same thing. Yeah, I completely agree. So let's play a game. It's set at 3Q, and I find that to be a really good setting to get some clarity on how to play. So they went, what we just looked at, they were doing a lot of fancy stuff. This strange kind of stuff. We're going to do more normal stuff in the corner. And we're going to keep it simple, just 2 unfinished corners and 2 finished corners. And then he approaches a corner, I approach a corner. Equity, right? We're going to contact the stronger one. That's this one. And we're going to play here because we hope he cuts us. We know the Hane. That's just Joseki. Make sure we get out, right? This is me getting out, saving the cut. Now what? Gosh, I'm behind enemy lines. I don't have the corner yet. Why don't I get the corner? What's the end result? I'm alive. He's cut everywhere. So, good. Okay. So this is us trying to achieve this simple, basic 1 Don mentality. Okay. How am I doing? Well, your corner is surrounded. And there's some placements in there that sure are going to bother me. Well, then let's go ahead and live. But let's live in a manner that's sente. My dog's barking, which means maybe someone's delivering a package. So when we come just straight down, the cut works now. That cut he just defended. Okay. So that means we lived in sente. You tell him, Ava. It's growling. This morning, this happens somewhat common. If the dog's hungry and we're not up yet, she'll come over and stand on my wife, look right in her face. And if my wife doesn't do anything, the dog will go, "Arr." Feed me. It's hilarious. Okay, we're alive. Black, I think, black is cut, but not too significant at the moment. Boom, boom. I mean, I like the idea of cutting, but it doesn't seem clear. I want to, but I don't see a reason right now. Okay, so what do we do instead? If we're not going to cut, we're fine, he's fine. That's our assumption for the moment. And you can see my cursor. He has a wall, and he has a perfect extension over to the unfinished corner. That's a big move. Also on the bottom, he has a wall, and I can flatten him. Oh, I'll take that one every day. He can cut me. I save the cut. Now I can net him. Okay, so I'm not cut, and I'm perfectly healthy. I can go to the corner. I can go to the side. I can go to the center. I'm just very healthy. Okay. We usually don't press one more time, just in case we want to come down. I'll never want to come down here, so I'm going to press one more time because I can't think of any reason not to. Okay, and then I'll take away the other one. Good, I got both. Great. Was that Sente? No. What about my corner? Don't worry about that. You have a healthy group. Go to the next corner. So I have a wall. So approaching this side makes sense. I have a wall here. Approaching this side makes sense. I love personally the 3-3. That makes sense because I like it. I'm just going to do 3-3 because it's my lecture and I can do whatever I want. I like 3-3. We'll just play out the Joseki. Okay, now what? I've got a wall. He's got a wall. Let's do the I grow and negate. Okay. Well, mine's nice and wide. His is really narrow. Better for me. That tells us what to do. Let's accentuate that. He's getting more narrow stuff. I'm getting more wide stuff. Sounds good. This is going well. What's next? He does have this area on the right that's something of a bother. He can sneak under, which is something of a bother. My area. There's a vital point here. You see the cursor. It's a move that if I don't respond, he connects under. I don't like that. I also have a peep. 2 weaknesses inside an area that I feel like I'm committing to. Like I just played 3 moves there stating I want this. And as it stands, it doesn't look like it's necessarily mine. I want to change that. Okay. Let's look at ways to change it. 1, drop down. Vital point's gone. And I'm threatening to sneak under his. Okay. Next, come up again so that these moves that he has, they're Sente, but they're much harder to get out. As a matter of fact, I could play a move like this, making it impossible to get out. I could simply declare my territory. I kind of rather not because it's such a commitment. Roman, you have any ideas for me? And anyone else watching? I see 4 of you here. I'm going to save game. It's going to be called Entitled. Save it. Then I'm going to bring up Untitled. I'm going to get rid of that. Then I'm going to share this. So that's our game. It's been flipped though, right? Luis, I'm a chess player. How can I study Go? Kind of hard. Really, it's lots of material. Luis, what level are you? What's your rating? Not that it's any of my business. And as you're answering, just go to YouTube. There's tons of stuff. Then on YouTube, Dr. Baduk, but that's all fancy stuff, fundamentals. There's lots of simple Go stuff on YouTube. That's the place to go. Right, I meant in chess. Again, not that it's my business. Okay, so I'm kind of claiming white enclosure in the top, which I think is now bottom left. So I think that Roman is saying down at A that black might have some sente here. $21, not bad. Yeah, not bad at all. 40, dare I say 50 years ago, I was around 1800. 50 years ago. Ah! Okay, let's look at Roman's idea. We all agree this is a good looking black move. And it might even be sente. Okay, let's compare that to my idea about area 1. I used to have a wall where I could claim health. I am fine. No points, just health. Then I started adding stones. I've spent 3 moves stating I want area 1. If I don't do anything, I have nothing. Well, that sounds important. So let me check. Is this like horrible for me? No, not at all. You get one side, I get the other. I can't get both anyway. No problem. So that's not, bottom left is not a problem. So we're back on area 1. And if this works, that's the one, right? It's growing and taking care of business. If it almost works, but not quite, then here. Now it's harder. But all these moves still leave these spots, right? They still leave spots. So I'm strongly considering stopping it and saying, okay, I'll just put my white stones here and I'll take the right and undercut you. The alternative here, take the whole thing, is that, yeah, that's all, that should all be white. Yeah. But that means black's going to play this way. I guess that's fine. Maybe this is the answer. This is really hard for me. So, if you're in this position, if you're in a position where you find the move difficult, ask yourself, is area 1 mine? If a professional 9-dan walks in, can he take away area 1? If the answer is yes, then defend it, because you just spent time and effort to take it. If that means you play here, whatever it means, take the area, because that's what you've been saying to do. I'm not saying this well, and it's an awkward situation. And in the puzzles section, search for the name Colossus. Yeah, Colossus is a good one. OGS tutorial. I have a lot of, in my YouTube section, if you look at the 10Q, you can probably get a lot of good stuff from the 10Q. And I have 2 or 3 fundamental videos where we talk about the list in detail. Okay, so I've wasted a lot of time on this move. And I'm going to say, since the cut at A exists, I'm going here. And I'll let you work out how those two fit. So I'm going back to my crazy stone board. Second, I have to size a few things. There we go. And I went there. Black comes up. And since I don't feel I've quite taken care of it, I'm coming again. Now I'm starting to think that that's my area. See what I'm saying? Really? Is this all? I'm getting confused what you're looking at versus crazy stone. Yeah, so we're here. I'm going to save, not take. Okay, crazy stone's over here. Then black does the Atari. Okay. I have no plans on capturing A. This is a Q thing. Q players are going to take A every single time. How big is A? I capture 2 versus he captures 2. Let's call it 5 points. Does it affect his corner? No. Does it affect my area? No. So let's call it 5 points in Gote. That's really small. So instead, yeah, you're looking at this one. I'm so interested in the cut at B. I think I'm just going to do it. I am Shygost. Colossus was a student years ago. Yeah. I've some of you know this story. Our local 9-dan Chris, he was a 12-year-old boy learning Go, and I befriended him. And it meant a lot to him. And then years later, he comes back and says, "You remember me? I'm 9-dan now." So he gave me some lessons. So I'm going to cut because it's really starting to relate to my area, and I like it. There we go. There. This could be a bad move, but it's interesting. There we go. Okay. You're seeing this board. Okay. So I've just claimed that these A stones are super important. Well, he's about to capture B. The A stones are nothing without B, so I'm saving B. Once I get it on the right button. Okay, he came out. Getting a little tricky. I feel that I need some help. I keep getting confused which board you're looking at. This one. Okay. My A stones, getting a little trouble. My B stones, I'm afraid next movies are going to surround me. I feel like I need an extra move. That's when you look for Tsuji. Threatening to cut and kill that whole little group. Come on, where are you? And I have to play it backwards. I can't do it backwards. There you go. Okay. Now this jump, holy cow, is doing so much. Okay. My A stones, there are 3 of them. We'll call them the B stones. There's 3 of them. They cannot be cut. I will now fix the A stones, which are dramatic attack against C. So that's just game over. How will I do that? How about, I'm going to do it by forcing here first. It's just the easy way. Once I find, there it is. You're going to let me do it again? And then out to, how about here? So check out his 1 stones, his A stones. They're dead. They cannot escape. Yeah. So that's just game over. Courageous Stone only has me ahead by 9 because it can't read out the life and death. On top of which, I could hurt him on top too with moves like B. Okay, so hopefully we saw some stuff. We'll stop it there. And hopefully it was worthwhile. Okay, guys, thanks for showing up. I'm always wondering what kind of lecture people like. So if you have any comments, ideas for lectures, just let me know. Okay, guys, we'll catch you later. Bye.